No. Oh. Damn. 400K a year, not too shabba-labba. So there's this guy named World of T-Shirts, as you can see on screen. His actual name is Joshua Block, and actually it's funny because behind him appears to be a billboard for an alcoholic beverage, which from what I understand, this guy does not have the healthiest relationship with booze. He's actually permanently on the booze cruise and has yet to depart. His voyage has been over for weeks, and yet he's still there drinking. So I know he's kind of this guy who gets followed around New York and gets bullied. That's kind of all I know. His head's deformed ASF. Let's not be mean. That's not nice. We don't even know if we like him or not. We haven't even gotten into it, and you're throwing shots. Continues drinking even after getting diagnosed with pancreatitis. I mean, that's commitment. I almost respect that. I feel like if you're such an alcoholic that you're going to continue drinking even after you are fully aware of the long-lasting impacts of this hurtful decision, that's kind of ballsy. I actually respect that.
The evolution of Joshua Block, better known as World of T-Shirts, has been nothing short of shocking. From a bright-eyed kid filled with wonder about the world, to someone plagued with narcissism, ego, and demons that he has no control over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember him looking like this. Looks pretty innocent, and then he's just chasing people over the city.
Joshua Block has gone from viral to volatile, and it only happened in the span of a couple years. Even though Josh is now at the height of his popularity, he is still at more risk than ever. Mainly from himself. Not much is known about Josh's early life other than he lost both of his parents. Joshua's mother passed some years ago from cancer, and he claims that his father is in rehab for his own problems.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of how all these start out, right? Is there some sort of unlucky thing that happens with the family?
Shit! They jumping me! They jumping me!
The unstable household is always the pipeline to bad decision making and like substance abuse, so this doesn't really surprise me. But it's sad. It's really sad because as accountable as you want to hold someone for their own actions, I think removing it from the context is kind of neglecting the fact that people are often the products of their environment, and it'll be the case that this person who's really done nothing wrong their whole life gets thrust into a situation where their circumstances change drastically, and now it fucks with them, and they end up doing horrible things to either themselves or others. From what I understand, he hasn't really done anything that bad to other people. He just kind of like screams and yells and gets followed because people tell him to put the fries in the bag. But all things considered, when you look at how tragic his circumstance is, it could have been worse, I guess, if we're to look at this optimistically.
Leaving Josh to spend a lot of time with his grandpa, and that would be the place that he would start his TikTok journey. The story really picks up around the time that Josh was 18. He started posting content to TikTok like candy reviews and dancing videos. These videos would do well for him, but it was nothing in comparison with what was to come. Because one day, on a trip into the city, Josh would film a video that would be his most popular to date, singing Empire State of Mind, particularly the Alicia Keys verse.
Yeah, yeah, in New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I don't mind it. A lot of potential there.
Josh was a resident of New York, and he found the city to be a great place for filming content. He would still film videos of him dancing in his grandfather's kitchen, which in my opinion are some of his best videos ever, but now he would venture out into the streets of New York to give people a taste of the city. And by filming numerous of
What the fuck? Wait, what is this?
these singing videos, he gained quite the following on TikTok. Millions of people had seen his Empire State of Mind video, and
I mean, he's got a lot to offer. It seems like he's got an interesting enough life to where I might tune in. Just going on the city subway, stripping it. I mean, this guy seems like a bundle of joy from what I've seen. Obviously, that's where it all starts. It can't be bad unless it was once good. So you can, in order for there to be a downfall, he has to fall down from the height at where he was. And, he's there there in these videos, but it seems like he's jovial, making best of his circumstances.
Really, Josh veered away from the dancing and candy review videos of old. And
Were you gonna do this, you could get such a following? I think in order to do the kind of stuff he's doing, you have to have like a healthy dose of autism, and I don't think I do have that, so
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
if I were to try to do this, it wouldn't have the kind of charm that he has. Like, whenever there's an awkward person doing something that requires a lot of exuberance and like outward personality types, I think it makes it more charming, because like it's a juxtaposition where you have someone who is intrinsically very awkward and introverted doing something that a lot of people with extroverted personality types are doing, and so when they do it, it's actually kind of cute. Like, it's like, oh, like he's coming out of his shell. But when I would do it, I would be like, I would just seem like a very, very sick person. You'll be so much more charming. I don't think so. I really doubt it. Healthy dose of autism and lack of social skills. Exactly. Like, when he does it, it's like, oh, look at him. Like, it's brave almost. Whereas I do it, it'd be fucking weird.
Josh was dedicated to creating content, posting numerous TikToks.
You're saying autistic people pole dancing is cute? Yeah.
A day, a lot of them doing very well. So he became a recognizable face around the streets of New York, and people would start to stop him and ask for pictures or just to say hello, giving us just a little glimpse into what was to come.
Or better yet, go to
Yo, you're that guy. You're that guy, right? You're the guy, though, right?
Yeah, okay.
Dude, do the thing, man.
Snuff my video.
You're good, man. You're good. You're good. Keep him in the video.
With the increased popularity came an increase.
I think it was his haircut. Whoever was his barber, that was the moment he transformed from friendly to evil. Like, when he lost the hair, he lost a part of his childlike wonder. From what we've seen, every time his hair is a little bit longer, he's being friendly and kind, and the moment his hair gets shorter, he's all of a sudden, he's developed this sort of angst, this obnoxious flair to where he doesn't have time for anybody and is gonna be rude.
He was charging outrageous prices for fans who wanted to film TikToks with him or
What?
take photographs, even telling a lot of them just flat out no. Josh enjoyed the perks that came with his increased popularity on TikTok, but also really disliked the drawbacks, like being noticed in public and bothered. During all of this, Josh came in contact with a man named Michael Quinn, recognized as the very first of Joshua's social media managers. Michael Quinn is a man in his 40s who tried to start a career of his own on social media, but it never took off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It's always like washed up unk type people who are trying to live vicariously through the up and coming talent of somebody like Joshua Block and end up you kind of using them in a way to like look at numbers that they would rather look at like for themselves. Like, whoa, that guy's got 1 million followers. What if I try to puppet this guy and turn him into a little marionette that I can use to see numbers that I wish were for me? He's got 161 live viewers, and obviously on Twitch, I don't have that many. But I'm not trying to look at people who have a lot of numbers and then manage them to leech off their success for my own ego. And you can tell that's kind of what he wants to do.
Josh's popularity, he decided to seek him out, and they've been quote-unquote working together.
I also don't really trust someone who is like a 40-year-old washed up TikToker looking at the rising talents of a guy with 2 dead parents who's clearly mentally ill and then seeing opportunity. That seems a little bit nefarious.
Fans of Joshua's question the amount of help that Quinn is actually giving him and the amount that he is profiting off of all of this. In my opinion, Quinn has been one of the 2 most transformative things that have happened to Josh. The second being him turning 21 and being allowed to drink. There is a massive difference in Josh post 21 and before 21, because as soon as he started drinking, he never stopped. In the beginning, it was a social thing. He would go out to bars with Quinn and meet fans, but it quickly turned into an everyday thing, and
Right.
this would only get worse with time. When Josh turned 21, that's when things really started to pop off. He and Michael Quinn had devised a way to extract even more money from Josh's fans. They called it the World of T-Shirts New York Tour, which really just consisted of Josh taking people who paid for this to his favorite bars, deepening his connection.
Well, I mean, that's kind of awesome. If it wasn't him and anybody else did this, we'd think that's the coolest thing ever. Like, if Post Malone was walking around New York City and seeing people who was listening to his song, you know, like some guy guy is representing him taps the guy on the shoulder. What song are you listening to? Beer Bongs and Bentleys, Post Malone. And then they're like, well, we got a surprise for you. And then Post comes out of the woodworks. Hey, yo, let's get a drink. Like, that would be awesome. But I think for this guy, it's a little different. Because we know he's not doing it for the fans. He just wants an excuse to fucking drink. If you really think about it, it's such a genius scapegoat to say, well, I'm doing a fan service. Gulp, gulp. Hey, man, it's burps. It's been nice to meet you. Keep watching my content. Guy taps him on the shoulder. Yo, he left 40 minutes ago. Who are you talking to?
And worsening him in almost every possible way. As I'm sure many of you guessed, the tour quickly turned into a hotbed of trollsome behavior. But these were before the days of
Very interesting decision with the sideburns, beard. I mean, questionable grooming choices. I think the manager could have done one thing right. If he's going to take all this money from his client, you could at least put him in front of Manscaped and offer them some kind of deal, you know?
fries in the bag. People were doing different things to get a reaction out of the captain, which he now called himself because of his love for his sailor's hat, which he would wear everywhere, even on his tour. And during one of these tours, someone found something that finally got to Josh. Something that has now become a years-long tradition in the World of T-Shirts universe, and that's stealing Josh's hat.
Someone's beating him. Someone's beating him. What? Where's the hat? Where's the hat? The red guy in the red. In red. Where is it?
This is made to, what's the word I'm looking for? To depict Josh as kind of this unstable person who can't handle things in a common, rational way. But any normal person who would get their hat stolen from them chases the guy who stole the hat, especially if they love it. So I think it's just different because he's a little quirky and he sounds funny and the way his like face moves. I understand that, but to me it's like, I think this is totally justified so far.
Somebody stole it! Who would want to steal a f***ing hat?
Quinn was mainly in charge of setting up these tours. I think he knew what they would eventually turn into for Josh, but didn't care, because that just made them even more successful. Michael Quinn liked to present himself as someone who was really helping Josh, occasionally saying that he was going to help him cut back on his drinking, but his actions showed a completely different intent. Michael Quinn would film...
Because you're also viewing this Joshua person as a product, and the product comes at direct expense of this guy's well-being and health. Because if you know that getting him fucked up gets you more content, even if it hurts him, you're going to do that. He's an enabler because it benefits his bottom line. Does that make sense? Everything that will give him more money, he will do, even if it's at the expense of this person.
Josh at his absolute worst. Some of his most controversial moments from this era were filmed by Mike Quinn, including Josh saying some absolutely terrible things. But there's still one controversy that I haven't talked about yet, and it's honestly the one that turned my opinion on Josh. It's known as the fish incident. One day while fishing with a fan of his, Josh would catch a bluegill and stomp it for absolutely no reason. He could have easily released it, he could have even eaten it. But no, he just decided to do that and let it be. The thing that gets me about it is just how happy Josh seems while he's doing it. Josh isn't the most expressive of people, so when he has a reaction like that, he's feeling some big feelings. I can't show the clip here on YouTube. It's out there though, and in my opinion, it's one of the worst things he's ever done. Things like this had cemented Josh as an infamous character online. He was now no longer the innocent guy who was eating candy and dancing. He was the man that did what I just previously mentioned. All of this led him to being lumped in with other infamous characters like Chris Chan and Daniel Larson. And that public opinion of him led to some pretty wacky...
So... I think he may have been drunk, but he stomped its head down. I don't even know if he was drunk, but he just hates animals in general. Such a random beef.
Moments. Like the time that he actually met Daniel Larson. Daniel Larson had been convinced by a troll that Grace Vanderwall was staying in New York City, and that by traveling there he could meet her. I think a big reason why Daniel was manipulated into taking this trip was the meetup with Josh Block, because much to Daniel's embarrassment, this would happen, and Michael Quinn would film the whole thing.
Say hello, this is Joshua Block.
Hold on,
Let's see you shake hands. Shake hands, guys.
let me get it.
Hey, Daniel, good to see you, buddy. How you feeling? What's it like to meet Josh in person?
New York,
He said the thing.
concrete jungle where dreams.
So the manager deceived his client into believing he would see a famous person that wasn't this person. And then he did a bait and switch and showed him Daniel Larson.
I made it happen.
Now you're in New York. New York, concrete jungle.
I mean, this is an awkward collab because there's nothing for them to really do together. Like, they show up, they do the New York thing, and then what else is there? They just kind of stand around and wait for one of them to, like, spaz out. Because ultimately, they're not going to sit down and have a conversation about geopolitics and really tackle the Russia-Ukraine debacle. They're going to, like, do some. They're gonna like either stand awkwardly next to each other, or one of them is gonna like stim out and then accidentally touch Josh's hat, and it's gonna. I mean, the ultimate goal of this meetup is to not build a friendship. It's to like, it's to get one of them to lose their fucking mind.
Jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New
The baristas are just so confused. Did any of you guys order something?
York.
But they're not gonna say anything because they're just presuming they're physically or mentally disabled.
Code issues a code black.
I'm coal black, right? A coal back.
You're not a code black.
How come Pete's Tavern makes such good marks?
They have the best margarita maker in the city.
I always get marks when I'm at Pete's.
Things were changing rapidly for Joshua Block. He was now only a couple of years into his TikTok journey, and he had done so much.
If traveling was an Olympic sport, I would have 1 million gold medals. I mean, I think that's a weird way to pronounce drinking. If drinking was an Olympic sport, you might have a few gold medals, but I think Bert Kreischer probably has you beat by a bit. I'd like to see him compete. I wouldn't like to see him. I would like, how do I say this? Is it a bad thing to tell an alcoholic that if there was a competition for alcohol that they'd be good at it? Because you are enabling them, but you're enabling them towards something that actually is competitive. Competitive drinking, he'd be good at it.
And changed so much. The popularity combined with the drinking,
He's so soulless. This is the video. He's just looking at the camera. That's it. There's no content.
believe had a
It's so innocent, yet we know it's not. The moment this camera's off, he's just crashing out. If Josh drinks enough, do you think he unlocks his full mental capacity? I don't know. He might have that rare genetic disease where I believe it's 8% of people when they drink, they're actually operating better or something like that. Can we get a fact check? It's like 8%. It makes them feel like sharper. I don't know.
a very negative effect
It's some weird genetic mutation where like 8% of people have it when you drink. I wish I had it, but he might. He definitely doesn't.
on Joshua, because he would begin to have the meltdowns that he is now synonymous
He got a tattoo of a margarita. That's so fucking awesome. I actually respect that so much. Instead of tackling the addiction, you just really lean into it. Instead of going to AA, you go to a tattoo parlor.
with today. In the beginning, they were few and
There's a disease where eating carbs turns it into liquor inside your stomach because of the enzymes. I don't know what you're talking about, though. It has something to do with the breakdown of alcohol. I don't know.
far between. Personally, I believe most of them went
He's just a tweaker? That's probably it.
unfilmed. But this was not the Josh that we had seen when he was singing Empire State of Mind. This was a completely different person, with a completely different attitude.
What even triggers an episode like this?
You got it.
This is like day zero, no alcohol? Like what? Who's yelling, run him over? Why would you say that? Don't do that. Why would we do that? Don't run him over.
You're a racist piece of shit. Unemployed piece of shit. Oh, he said you're a piece of shit. I gave him a taste of his own medicine.
When these clips went
That's fair.
viral, it was very
Just
clear
fighting a
that
hangover?
people could
When are you not? Isn't your whole life a hangover? This did not need to be a specific TikTok. This is everything. Every TikTok, this is implied.
elicit a reaction out of Josh. I have
This is like the parentheses after the main caption.
no idea what was said for him to attack
Does he have the thing that Trevor from GTA has, explosive personality disorder? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to sit here and try to analyze him, but there's certainly something to be analyzed, but I'm not the guy for the job.
That van, but it didn't seem like they said anything to him until he ran up on them. Either way, people were looking for more of this kind of content. They had become
so ultimately, even if he's in the right in terms of somebody else being the shit starter, I think the fact that he's reacting and has a platform enables people to egg him on, so it's kind of a lose-lose.
Was most popular clips, and he was now more recognizable than ever in the streets of New York. It seemed like whenever he was live, at least someone knew who he was, and sometimes it went better than others.
He's super famous, like he's very viral.
They're gonna ban TikTok in the US. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
I wonder how much he's making, because if he's this well recognized, the views he must be getting in aggregate is so high. And plus the live viewers, the amount of like roses and galaxies he's probably getting is ridiculous. That alcohol is definitely paying for itself.
It's my only source of income.
What the hell is happening right now?
They're gonna ban TikTok in the US. It's my only form of income. It's my only source.
It's his only source of income. I think that makes sense, but I also think that he's the kind of person who's so okay no matter like rain or shine, people are saying his name. TikTok's gone, you're gonna be known, you're gonna be fine. I've heard of Acheeto, but not this Josh guy, therefore Acheeto's more popular than Josh. Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's not how it works for me. If it was that case, I'd probably be a lot richer, but it's how that cookie crumbles. It's how the alcohol crumbles. I don't know, putting it in a more analogous way. But yeah, I think even if TikTok did get banned, he'd probably find a way to hop over to IG Reels with ease, I'll just say.
Income. Shut the fuck up. I'll sue you for millions of fucking dollars. You know what? I'm moving to a different car. Fucking jerk. I'll sue your ass.
Get him.
I can't do this anymore. I'll fucking sue the government if that bill passes.
What?
I'll sue.
You're gonna sue the government if they ban TikTok. That's kind of fire. Do it, Josh, you won't. Sue his ass. Sue his ass. Yeah, I like that. I like that little accent coming out there. Base Josh, we should sue the government. He's onto something. I mean, this is the sort of libertarian perspective that we've come to expect from a bright mind like Joshua Block. I mean, who would even say such a thing? Like, that's almost a political message that nobody's ready for. You don't hear Charlie Kirk saying that. You don't hear people saying that. Let's sue the fucking government. I'm on board with him here. I mean, if he's gonna man this ship with the boat hat, I mean, I'll be a passenger, all aboard.
Sue the government? You fucking unemployed bitch! I'll fucking sue you! He punched me.
Who punched him?
He punched me. He freaking punched me. The guy punched me.
Who punched you?
Some guy punched me.
I was watching your live. Nobody punched you.
Yeah, he did.
Events like this led to Josh being highly critical of the United States. He blamed all of the problems that he was having on the citizens, and not his infamy, which was now global. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet about Josh is that he's
wow, this is cute. Who's his Valentine? Captain Morgan?
Extremely fond of traveling. He has been to numerous countries around the world, and seems to think that he is...
That's a little dangerous considering his antics. There are some countries that have zero tolerance for this kind of behavior. Like, I'd be careful, but hey, if there's anybody that the U.S. Embassy would want to bail out, surely it's our finest and brightest mind, Joshua Block, who's been bringing content to TikTok since 2022? Makes sense. To be fair, I would want him, if he were to get detained in Russia, I would much rather him back than Brittany Griner, so...
Far safer from trolling
Oh, just you wait till we get to the Japan trip? Oh, fuck.
There than over here, which was proven wildly wrong during his trip to Iceland. Josh's Iceland trip was extremely infamous at the time. He was mobbed by a group of young men who knew him, and then of course he had his hat stolen while live streaming.
Full of vomit that day. Whoa! Why did you take that? Get here, you little thief! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Ah!
He's also like so easy to stream snipe. If everybody knows where you are and you make your traveling location known to your... Is that 7.2K live? Yeah, I mean, someone's gonna stream snipe you.
Why?
And the thing is, like, I don't know, it's tough.
Can you give it back, please? Please!
Oh, I feel sorry.
Oh my God.
Josh would have a similar time during his visit to Las Vegas, where a fellow creator named Douglas Skates tracked him around the city.
That's
Douglas
so weird.
simply wanted to offer Josh a new shirt as he had been wearing the same one for over 5 days, but Josh was extremely
Probably
afraid
smells
of him,
great.
running all over the place.
He has this very neutral, uncanny smile that he holds. He has like a, you know how some girls have resting bitch face? He has resting pedophile face.
Screaming that Douglas was after him, in what was yet again another very memorable moment for the era.
Oh my God! Stay away from me!
Douglas Skates randomly find you again, man.
No!
Everyone's saying, I just want to donate.
What's like the value of these? I really have no idea. One musical note and one earth. I mean, the earth has to be worth a lot of money, right? Hopefully more than just the hat. Stream sniping? Yeah, he just gets followed around and harassed.
A gift.
You look just like him. I think for that I would normally ban you, but because I'm in a good mood, you're gonna get a warning.
I have shirts in my bag.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't look like him, though. Maybe I do. I can kind of see it. Maybe I have to drink more to obtain that physique.
No! Come on, please. You're creepy.
That's a compliment to Josh.
You shady bitch. You sit back again. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He's gonna rob me or something.
Joshua's drinking was now fully out of control. When seen without it, he had the shakes. His paranoia was heightened by all of the recent interactions with quote-unquote fans, and he was starting to really develop the ego that we see in him today. Proof of this for me would be Josh's increasingly reckless behavior. At the beginning of 2024, Josh was arrested for subway surfing, an extremely...
What? Chat, do you guys know about this?
Dangerous activity which has resulted in unfortunate accidents. Josh was not only caught by the police doing this, but he'd also...
Is it literally what I think it is? Hopping from subway car to subway car?
...been drinking.
Let that man go. Let him go.
Oh, it's not that?
Let that man go. Oh, they got him. They got him.
It seemed like he was let off with a warning in all of this, and I think he might have actually taken the advice because I haven't heard of him doing it again. And I think maybe that was because Josh was now seeing levels of success that he had never seen before.
You don't want to lose it.
Josh's tours were increasing in popularity, and so was he. The previous year, he was a relatively niche name, but after multiple freakouts and ever-increasing amounts of lore, Joshua had become very well known on TikTok.
He's got a little margarita.
And social media as a whole. And
I mean, here's the thing. He seems like he'd be fun enough to hang around, but he is such a self-destructive personality type that if you're around him for longer than like 5 hours, you're going to see a side of him that you never knew existed or you could never even imagine existed. The Huz dancing, the Huz love it, low-key. He's like, I mean, all things considered, this seems like he's having some fun. He might get some fucking, you know, he might guess some.
This would attract some very...
You think the Huz are fucking with it? Where is this?
Hungry individuals. One in particular changing his life drastically. A man named Jason Eitzler, also going by Mr. Based, a member of the streaming group IP2. Based was an IRL streamer and saw the potential in having Josh on his streams. They were both from New York, so it was relatively...
Again, this is just total manipulation. All this means is I see a person who's struggling severely with various different things, and I can imagine this being good content.
Easy for Jason to find Josh on the street during one of his tours. After finding Josh, Mr. Based would live stream their encounter, which was anything but friendly.
I didn't take your hat. I didn't do anything to you.
Scram! Scram!
Can I be your friend?
You can't come on this event. Scram!
I'm not coming on your event. I didn't take your hat. I could have taken it, you know it. I didn't do it, I'm a good guy.
I didn't accuse you of it.
No, everyone told me to take your hat. Now you should be my friend. I have a small YouTube channel.
You have to leave.
And you're a very large TikToker.
You have to leave.
I'm on my knees. Please help me. Please help my channel.
This is a fucking 40-year-old man talking like this, by the way. What a weirdo. I mean, so far, for everything bad that he's done, I think the worst thing was him stomping on the fish, but this is so weird to talk to this person like he's... You know, like he's talking like a 10-year-old and he's 40. Captain Buttsex, that's a deep cut. That's actually a deep cut right there. First time chatter too. That's actually valid. Hey, welcome to the stream.
I'm begging you, help my channel.
I'm begging you, help my channel. How about you get the fuck out? I hate, like, it's so weird, bro. These boomers who try to enter this Zoomer world of streaming and stuff, and they act like this. They act like the kids. It's so weird.
Come on, get out of here, man.
Like, I think with Fousey, for example, he's been in it for so long that it's like it actually comes natural. But you can tell these imposters, they pretend and roleplay as this new gen, and it's so bizarre. Both sides in this vid are bad, but one of them happens to have a severe disability. Or does he even have a disability? I mean, am I just making that up? Like, he surely does, right? Whatever. Let's just assume he does. Certainly on the spectrum. I'll diagnose him, right? Dr. Acheeto diagnoses him with autism, so he's autistic, and this guy's a 40-year-old man. So you can say both sides are bad, but that's comparing apples to oranges. Like, it's not a level playing field. This isn't two toddlers fighting over some, like, mushed-up peas. This is one 40-year-old, 50-year-old, washed-up boomer, desperate for some kind of clicks person talking this way to, you know, Joshua Block. It's not the same.
You didn't pay for this event, man.
Get him! Get him!
Come on, man.
Make it.
Here.
Do something.
You're not allowed to hit me. Come on, you know that. You just hit me. I don't care. I don't care.
Self-defense.
I just want to be your friend.
Go!
Please don't yell at me.
Go!
Swear to God, I accept the lawsuit. I accept the lawsuit.
Now go!
Do you want to do a boxing match?
No.
I'm 56 years old.
Go! Make it.
That's pathetic. That sounds pathetic. Saying those words in that order about yourself to this kid is pathetic. He's not a kid, but fuck's sake.
56 years old.
Yeah, he asked a 21-year-old, you want to do a boxing match? I'm 56. You're a fucking loser.
Run.
You're a fucking loser.
Run. We gotta go.
Don't run.
Like, like, that's weird as fuck. This guy's bizarre.
No, don't run.
Shut the fuck up. I hate this guy.
Go.
I gave it back. I took the hat and I gave it back. I'm a good guy.
I'm gonna call the fucking police on
It's a free country. I'm walking home. Oh my God. He just threw his drink on me. All right, now you've got problems, young man. Get over here.
He runs after him.
You're going to apologize to me. You're going to apologize to me. Run, you little bitch.
Why does he make that sound? Why does he make that sound?
Run, you little...
I hate to laugh, but he has the most effeminate, blood-curdling scream when he runs. And I'm not going to recreate it. You just need to listen.
I think the social hierarchy around Josh is so fascinating. First, you have his managers controlling everything. Then you have these people who are on his tours but seem to take up this enforcer role, like that guy in the hat who was telling Mr. Based to get away. And then there's just the rest of us peasants. The funny thing about all of this is that you wouldn't imagine from their first meeting that eventually these two would stream together
What is that on his neck?
And that Based would almost replace Quinn as Joshua's manager. And if you know anything about the history of Jason Eitzler, it's an extremely scary thought. I'm not going to go too deep.
How much would I have to donate for you to do this scream? Oh no. I don't have donations on Twitch, but if you send me a $20 super thanks on YouTube, I'll do it.
I'm just gonna give you the cliff notes.
That'll cover my dinner.
But decades ago, Jason was
I'm actually gonna get a noise complaint, so...
pimp in the streets of New York. He made his fortune.
He's a literal pimp?
But this isn't why Jason is not only despised on the internet, but also in the streets of New York. It all has to do with the tragic passing of Julia Sumnick in 2010. Julia had met Jason's roommate Zoltan at a club in March 2010. Julia would accompany Zoltan back to the apartment that he shared with Jason, and at some point during the night, she passed. Both of them went to court for this, but only Jason managed.
So it's like fucked up people taking advantage of fucked up people. What's the phrase? Misery loves company. That seems to be what we got going on here.
To wiggle out of it. The crazy thing is that Jason admitted to taking the same substance that was found in Julia. This is why Mr. Based is despised everywhere. These allegations are damning. And I personally have no idea how he got away scot-free. But this would be the man who would start managing Josh in more aspects than just his social media. After a very long time of trying to convince Josh to collab, eventually he caved, and would accompany Mr. Based back to his apartment, where they would hold some of their very first live streams
not an okay
together,
sentence.
giving us a taste of the madness that's to come.
I don't!
Jerry Cola just subscribed on YouTube.
What is your problem? You want my hat? I'll give you my hat.
Ah! No, you're breaking my camera, Josh. God,
Want my hat? I'll give you my hat.
Oh, stop it. Hey! No! Ignore them. Just
Get out! I'll sue you and have you arrested. Arrested. You want to go to jail? Jail? You know what jail is? How is it still
Do you know what jail is?
Stop, Josh. $15, Josh. You'll never be an artist, you unemployed rat.
How am I still getting calls?
So Peter Griffin, text-to-speech, said that he's unemployed, but like, do you understand the irony of paying $15 to call someone unemployed? Like, you're financing their unemployment, and that's not possible. Like, if you're financing, like, if his... I'm not even gonna get into it, but the irony there is so fucking grueling. So funny.
It's on airplane mode!
No, it might not be it. Stop it. Please stop it, Josh. Josh.
How am I still getting calls?
No, Josh, please stop. We're recording.
I'm smashing my phone.
No! Come on, sit down. No, Aaron.
Am I still?
No!
Come on!
No!
Josh and Based weren't just live streaming in his apartment, though. In the last clip, you could see them in a music studio. There was a brief period.
What is this
where
AI shirt?
Josh and
Captain Dollar. Oh my god. So he launched his own meme coin.
Based were trying to
and it's an AI art of a Bitcoin captain because he has the captain hat.
release songs much like Daniel Larson.
Oh no.
Nothing of note really came of it except for the streams in the studio where they wrecked the place and Josh raged at donations. Something else Jason...
Oh my god. You said you did it? Did you actually do it? You did do it. Fuck, you did do it. Well, he said the $20 dono, and I said I'd do the Joshua Block scream, so our timestamp is 21:30, and he was screaming when? Here?
Don't run! Give police, man.
Oh no.
Get over here! You're gonna apologize to me!
Okay.
You're gonna apologize to me! Run, you little bitch! Run, you little bitch!
I think the social hype...
Alright, I'm never doing that again.
...teams in the studio where they wrecked the place and Josh raged...
I hope that was worth it.
...at donation.
Thank you for the dono, bro. I appreciate that. That actually hurts.
Something else Jason really enjoyed was to go out on the streets and live stream. Jason knew...
How loud was that? Does someone have a clip? I need to hear that. It's so bad.
That Josh was perfect for the format. His poor reactions to TTS and unfiltered personality would make him a content machine. And I gotta admit, sometimes Josh would take it pretty far, but it would be nothing compared to what we are about to see, because it was time to put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag is probably the most popular saying in all of World of T-Shirts lore. What started out as
basically, if you say to this person that he should put the fries in the bag, he'll start screaming like I just did. So
Josh
yeah, you could. There was sort of signs leading up to this. Like, you notice how he crashed out when AI Peter Griffin said that he's unemployed and gave him $15. There is definitely something that triggers this guy about being told to get a job. And I think it has to do with the fact that because he's such a crippling alcoholic and has little to no control over his drinking and stuff, and like it's obviously a problem, and like he doesn't have a work schedule and stuff, and he's kind of self-destructing. Being told to not do that kind of bothers him. Like, and he's like, "Oh, you're a fucking loser." Like, he gets him upset.
Insulting a fast food worker turned into the bane of his existence. Put the fries in the bag really means that you're putting someone else down for lack of success. So when people started saying this to Josh, he took it very personally. In the past, during rages, Josh has screamed at the top of his lungs that he is a sole proprietor, but also that he only makes 60 grand a year, which ironically he sees as a bad salary. I don't know why people telling Josh to put the fries in the bag bothers him so much. He has likened it to a slur for him, which I find pretty hypocritical when this started by him telling a random fast food worker to do it themselves. In the beginning, people very rarely said it to Josh. They were more just trying to be funny and say hello. But like I said before,
I don't think that's true.
He never took it well.
One sec. That scream just destroyed my. I have to get some water. That scream just destroyed my my throat. I actually need to get some water. Okay, one sec. Hold up. I'll be right back. I also think in the spirit of this video, we should probably have a little vodka. That makes sense, right? Doesn't that make sense? Hello? Okay, my mic's working. Oh no. Is that the clip? Where'd you put it? Let's take a look. Where is it? Because I'm a little concerned. Where'd you put it? Someone said they put it in here. Memes, maybe? Where is it? Oh, no one's put it anywhere? Oh. Alright, it's fine. Let's get back to it.
Put the fries in the f***ing bag. You put the fries in the bag. I'm gonna kick your butt!
She wants your hats and $10. That's Don Barton's sister.
Never say that to me again, bitch!
Well, Browning just...
Look how this guy is standing, watching it, and the moment he comes running back, he's like, I'll be on my way. He's like, I was never looking at you crashing out. I was minding my own business.
Will Browning just subscribed on YouTube.
He told me to put the fries in the bag.
Josh thinks that by someone saying put the fries in the bag, he is immediately entitled to violence. It doesn't matter if you're
okay.
Run, you little bitch!
a man, woman, piece of property, Josh will go for you. But I'll admit, it's also kind of half-hearted. I think that he's just trying to scare people. This doesn't mean he hasn't gotten people pretty good before, though. And as it was said more and more, Josh's reactions would get worse.
No! No, get back! No! No, stop triggering him! Get back, Josh! No, please stop, please stop.
There's one clip where someone's saying put the fries in the bag over and over again, and then his manager's like, you're hurting him, you're hurting him.
Stop it, stop it.
Yes, you did. Okay.
He said put the fries in the bag, Dave.
Is there Zins?
And you don't do that.
Yeah. That's the worst. He's back. He's back.
People would continue.
Did he just explain the scenario to some random bystander?
You to do that. As a matter of fact, one guy would take it to extremes that I've never seen before. A fellow streamer found Josh at what looks like some kind of a small restaurant. This guy would say put the fries in the bag so many times that you would have thought Josh was undergoing an exorcism, giving us
is this the one I was talking about?
Wild World of T-Shirts clips I've ever seen.
It's this, right? You're hurting him.
Put the fries in the bag. 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 Put the fries in the bag.
He goes, "You're hurting him." It's so not funny, but to say you're hurting him.
Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag.
Yeah, I don't know why he bites his hand. It must be some kind of you know how like when you're getting like a flu shot or something, like you like squeeze something so you to distract from that pain. He's distracting from the pain of being told to put the fries in the bag by biting his hand.
Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Get away. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Call the cops in. Put the fries in the bag. 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 Put the fries in the bag.
Useless fucking manager too. POV day 0 being sober. Dude, the one thing that sucks is like this useless fucking manager is getting paid to stand there like a pigeon. What a pigeon this guy is. What an actual doofus with his fucking Wizard 101 ass hat, standing in the pizzeria, taking 90% of this poor autistic kid's income, and is letting this stranger stream snipe and harass him in public. Like, it's so demented. I really don't think that for everything you look at Joshua Block doing, you can't say, oh, this manager is not 100,000 times worse.
Bag. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. I hate this stupid country. I want to go home.
He just turns into like an insurrectionist. He's just like fuck democracy.
I want to go to Italy.
I thought he was gonna say Israel.
Get the out of here.
Call the cops in. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries. Call the cops. Put the fries in the bag. Call the cops. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Oh, they're crazy. Get the fuck out of here.
There is true suffering in
It
Joshua's
sucks.
voice. I still cannot wrap my mind around why this insults him so much. It's like it doesn't even matter how much he makes, it will never be enough. He's been all over the world and lives a pretty good lifestyle. I don't mean in a healthy way, but I mean in the way that he wants to live. He is free to do whatever he wants. You can't really put a price tag on that. But Josh is so caught up in this rat race that it means almost nothing to him. Josh was doing so well that he was about to go on a string of vacations to various parts of the world. The first stop was Germany. Good beer, tons of castles.
Good beer.
Sounds
That
like
is
a good time. But little did
pretty
Joshua
necessary.
know that Put the Fries in the Bag had gone global.
Oh no, 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 no. Put the fries in the bag, little brother. Guten Morgen, the fries, put them in the bag.
In the bag. Shut up! Oh my god.
How did it go? It went global.
Josh, put the fries in the bag.
No.
Put the fries in the bag. Josh, put the fries in the bag. Josh.
The problem is, like, the Germans can say this whenever they want. He can't. He's a visitor in their country, so he's gonna get fucked if he's not on his best behavior. Oh no.
Josh has always been very outspoken about...
Josh, when someone calls him slurs, normal scream. Josh, when you say put the fries in the bag, blood-curdling Acheeto level scream, yeah. They should make a Five Nights at World of T-shirts, where instead of like the, you check the tablets to see where they are, but it's just like it's Five Nights at Freddy's, but in McDonald's, and he teleports, and he's looking for you.
His disdain for the United States. He says that he hates it here and he wants to move to Europe, but I guarantee you that he will just run into the same problems. His trip to LA didn't go much better after people found him and started doing the same thing.
Yo, Josh. No, Josh. Josh.
Let me buy you drinks, bro. Stay away! Let me buy you drinks, bro.
Oh, no.
Go, go!
We gotta run, dude. We gotta run.
You follow me here, mother. You follow me here. That's low.
It is low.
Whoa!
It seemed like Josh was crashing out every other day, with a
Right.
lot of it never even being seen on film. People will just be sitting on their porch in New York and hear Josh screaming in the streets.
It's interesting because for most people, it turns to a point where they're completely numb to it, but for him, it just gets worse and worse every time.
God, some of them have the sense to
It never
report.
gets easier to hear. It hurts even more because these people who are doing this to him, they're not looking for a clip themselves. They just like tormenting this guy. Like, they understand that it gets a reaction. So let's just say he quits and doesn't stream anymore. Nobody knows where he is. Even if one person finds him, they're still going to say the fries thing, and it's still going to affect him, even if it's off camera. So normally people would say it's time to take a break and get off camera, but this is going to follow him off camera. If it followed him to fucking Germany, him quitting streaming will not solve this problem. So honestly, I think he legitimately needs to go to therapy. And I hate saying that because it sounds like one of those replies under a tweet where somebody says something and then the reply is like, you need to go to therapy and like educate yourself or whatever. It's this, it almost sounds like condescending, but I mean this in the nicest way possible. If you are this affected by somebody who's repeatedly saying the phrase, put the fries in the bag, to the point where you're literally biting into your own flesh to restrain yourself from physically assaulting this person, you need to learn some like cognitive behavioral therapy or medication or something. Obviously, the first step would be to stop drinking, but the truth is, this is an unfortunate situation where most of the normal remedies of just like getting offline and taking a break and like touching grass, you know, like this isn't going to fix anything, which really sucks. He needs to go to like a 12-step Alcoholics Anonymous program, and then from there learn cognitive behavioral therapy, take medication or something. But you know, this is also his job, so it sucks. There's really not a single situation where you're not sacrificing something. The more I see people on social media, the more I hate the government for shutting down asylums. I don't know if he needs to be in an asylum, but he certainly needs to learn, you know, like anger management, get better temperance, stop drinking. All of these things are first on the list. But ultimately, you know, whether the government shut down the asylums or not, let's say they didn't shut down the asylums, he wouldn't want to go there because he hates the government. So he wouldn't go to he'd be like, I'm not going to your loony bin. I'm moving to Italy. So it doesn't really matter. I don't know if Italy would fix his problems. Right.
I work every day on the front line. I put my life at risk every fucking day. You harm me. No. Why are you chasing me? Never. Why? Never. Why? Where? No! Hey! Why? Tell me why! And I'll let you go.
What the fuck? And I'll let you go.
I only make $5,000 a month!
The based streams and meltdowns had made Joshua more popular than ever. They were streaming to thousands of people on YouTube. Despite heavy viewbotting, there were still a lot of real people, and it began to draw the interest of wider social media creators, who would start inviting Josh to do various collabs, like this one time that Josh went on a dating show and was confronted about his previous use of slurs.
What?
Now that I'm here, have you said the N-word?
Not in like a month.
What makes you think that it's okay for you to be saying that word around?
Get him out of here.
What? How did this happen?
What did she say? What did she do? What did she ask you?
She got mad that I said the N-word.
But you told her it's been a while since you said it?
I did.
That's fair.
Do you kind of like her or not really?
Because
it's crazy that he's more sober from the N-word than alcohol. Like, you'd think that, like, for a guy like this who could not control himself, he'd be ripping it, like, at least 50 a day. But I guess, you know, I mean, honestly, it's kind of sad that it's more socially acceptable to be a degenerate alcoholic than to be, like, a casual racist. We're not even talking about competitive. He's not even ripping it, like, on some 2009 Keemstar shit. Like, this is very baseline shit. So I don't know. We need to get bro on the button. We do not need to get bro on the button.
People call me a that's why.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not cool.
That couldn't be further from the truth, right?
Try to bring the mic back in here.
You're not interested in that girl?
No!
As you'll see in a couple minutes, he did not keep the streak going.
Oh,
Because
no.
things were about to get worse than ever. Josh's
no.
drinking had been out of control for a long time, and the symptoms of this overconsumption were really beginning to show. Josh
Right.
was really shaky when he wasn't absolutely blasted, showing that he had now developed a physical dependency on the booze. But I also believe that all of this was very bad for his mental state, especially with Put the Fries in the Bag now out of control. His tours were still just glorified bar crawls, but now he had even more people who wanted to troll him during it.
It's okay, Josh. They're on the tour. I was going downstairs. Josh, they're upstairs. He just ran upstairs. He's scared. You got it. You guys. Good work.
Put the fries in the bag.
Bro.
Whoa.
Who said that? Nobody. Motherfucking, I live in the fucking Bronx.
Over there.
God damn this country. I hate it. I always get to feel like scum. I'm gonna move to Saudi Arabia.
I'm coming with you.
You don't want to live there.
It's safe.
Josh, it's too hot over there.
Put the fries in the bag there.
Yeah, do it. Put the fries in the bag.
To the bag.
Hey! Hey!
Yo, Josh, no. Josh.
I didn't say that. Yes,
You're hurting him.
you!
Things were really getting out of hand. Just when you thought Josh's reactions couldn't get any worse, they would. And this did nothing but continue the cycle. People were now showing up to Mr. Bast's apartment and yelling stuff outside of the windows during streams.
What the
Sometimes
fuck?
Joshua was scared, wanting to call the police, but other
Don't
times
mess up
he
his
would run
fries,
right out
Josh.
the door and try to confront them. One of those times led to this moment I'm about to show you, which ends in Josh causing property damage.
Josh, come back. Oh, Jesus.
Does he like live with this guy now? Like he just lives with his like
Josh,
master?
you all right, Josh? Go home, Josh. Go back. Yeah, God bless you. Merry Christmas, guys. Let's just go home. Yeah.
Why won't they leave me alone?
Go.
I make $100K a year!
Go home,
And that's not enough!
Come on, let's go home.
I feel him on that.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Come on. No! I have to pay for that. Why would you do that? Oh my God, that's so random, Josh.
I didn't know it was gonna shatter.
You got to make a lot of money. You got to pay for it. That's $2,000. You did shatter it, didn't you?
A little hole.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh my God.
What Mr. Baste pays Josh is questionable at best. At this point, Josh was claiming to make over $100K a year,
It's way
but I
more
got
than
a
that
pretty
for
good
what he
feeling
has
in my gut that
making
the
in
majority
streams.
of donations were going to Jason. All of the accounts were linked to him, having
Right.
complete access over Josh's streams. When someone else tried to set up streaming on Josh's phone, it was promptly deleted by one of Jason's goons, who are just as, if not more clout hungry than him. It seemed like as Josh's popularity
You shattered it a little.
You.
Yeah.
A little hole.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I is it crazy to say I feel bad for him? All right, I'm getting a little tired of this. What's the Japan saga?
Japanese
Oh,
Joshua
I heard-
may have attacked a police officer and or other people in the mall. He was extremely
Let's get to the Japanese part.
and couldn't even be taken to jail. He was taken straight to the hospital. There would be a little bit of film taken in the hospital by someone, then it can improve on its own. But if chronic, it is a lifelong struggle. What I'm trying to say here is that Josh's body will never be the same. The amount of
Wow.
sugary drinks that he has consumed is destroying him, and even though he has now been told of the risks and felt the pain from the symptoms, he still
Does he have
continues to drink.
diabetes?
You were
about
to sue them. That's how you got out?
Hold on, let me see where the Japanese or Japan part is.
Surrounding streamers in Japan. Honestly, not just in Japan, but abroad. And in my opinion, Josh is very guilty of this. He's not the only one, but he's definitely now a part of it. The Japan trip started out normal enough. Josh was very excited for it.
Right.
But one night, someone recognized him and told him to put the fries
No,
in the bag,
no!
causing the
It's
first of many freakouts
It's always
to come.
been the fries. It's always been those cursed fries. And their location of drop-off being the bag. It's so heartbreaking. Fuck. Was it an American that flew to Japan to stream snipe him? Or, like, was it just some... I mean, who even said that?
In the country.
Always has been.
I'll never get this lens clean.
Put the fries in the bag.
No.
It wasn't me.
No, in Japan.
Yes, you fucking did! I'm from the fucking Bronx!
Oh, no.
I made 400 grand
No.
a year!
Oh. Damn. 400K a year, not too shabba-labba. It's actually pretty good now. He's made a bit of a comeback.
Josh was recognized a ton in Japan, and he wasn't live streaming for the majority of this trip, so most of this footage is just captured by random people who encountered him.
Got it.
So what I'm trying to say is that once again, I am sure there are more freakouts we haven't seen on camera.
Yeah.
There's actually proof of that in the
no.
next clip I'm about to show you.
Oh,
After having a
no.
meltdown in the street and attacking people, a Japanese citizen performed a citizen's arrest,
Oh,
dragging
no.
Josh to the police in
Oh,
hopes of some
no.
justice.
I can't breathe! I can't
There's no way. Is he really pulling the George Floyd? Josh Floyd. No fucking way.
Was taken to the
I can't breathe.
police, and people thought that it was over, and that
I mean, it's better than screaming, right? But also, what is the Japanese person doesn't know what I can't breathe means, so maybe you need to start wailing and screaming. That's a universal language. I'm not going to recreate it, but for another 20, I might have to do it for another 20, so that way I can start yelling, I make 400K a year, but yeah, bro, when a Japanese person's putting you under a citizen's arrest, you might want to start screaming. You probably shouldn't be saying I can't breathe. He doesn't know what that means, I would guess. Is this viral video recent? I'd never seen it before. I haven't seen any of this, dude. You're asking the wrong person. I'm not the Joshua Block lore master, but from what I've seen, you know, it's certainly concerning. How do I donate? Okay, so I don't have donations set up on Twitch yet, but if you want to send like a super thanks on YouTube, I really appreciate it. But it's certainly not great to be doing the I can't breathe. I'll just say that. It's funny as fuck, I will say.
Josh might be facing some consequences for his actions, but he was released with only a warning, told to be on his best behavior, and you already know he wasn't. The next thing he did
got a
wasn't
warning?
a meltdown, it was just something that I found really scummy. After getting out of a taxi, Josh seemed displeased with the driver, and he would let him know.
You immigrant.
That's crazy. He's not an immigrant if it's his
Visiting
country.
another country and then calling one of its citizens an immigrant with no knowledge of that guy's story is wild, and that's putting it very nicely. I think it
Right.
goes to show that Josh thinks that that is a derogatory term, and that says a lot about him. Aside from his
But he hates America and he wants to become an Italian immigrant, so he would hate himself. I mean, there's a lot that's not making sense here. But are we surprised that his story is not bulletproof? Like, I'm not really surprised.
insulting locals, Josh would also have more meltdowns, spurred on by even more people telling him to put the fries in the bag.
Oh no.
Hey, shithead! I make 400 grand a year, bitch! Hey, shithead! It's on now!
We're not gonna fight back.
Then take back what you fucking said!
I'm never taking back anything I said. I love fries.
You!
Oh, come on, man.
Ignore that, man. Ignore that. Ignore that.
You don't ever say put the fries in the bag and get away with it.
Yeah, clearly.
I don't want to do TikTok anymore. The stupid TikTok, it's all your fucking fault.
What the fuck, man?
Put the fries in the bag.
You're hurting him.
I live in the Bronx. I'll rough you up.
He kind of has the same few things he says whenever someone says the fries thing. One of them is screaming and wailing. One of them is I make $400K a year. And one of them is I'm from the Bronx. Am I missing any? That's kind of the Joshua Block bingo. We can play that next time someone put... We'll do next fries clip, we'll do that.
Something that I forgot to mention earlier was that Mr. Based and Josh had signed some kind of a deal with the streaming company before this trip. The number has fluctuated numerous times, but Josh claims to now be making $400K a year. How much of this he'll see, I don't know, because he's not very committed to streaming. He is much more interested in traveling and drinking. And I gotta say, I don't think that this deal will last. But I digress. Another thing that really shocked me about seeing Josh in Japan was noticing how many people knew him. It seemed like he was frequenting some locations that were pretty popular amongst the tourists, and I guess it just goes to show how well known Josh has become. The last crazy thing I want to cover from the Japan trip would be an incident that happened with some fellow tourists. We didn't see what happened on camera, but I'm sure that one of them told him to put the fries in the bag, and he nipped them pretty good. A fellow streamer in Japan would come across these boys and ask them about their encounter with Josh, one even showing off the damage that Josh had done.
No, see who said that.
What's the next fries clip?
I talked about earlier.
I want to play fries bingo.
Like Nevin.
What?
Is literally excellent. Believe that this
Okay. Let's do it. I make $400K a year. I'm from the Bronx.
Are you looking for Josh Block? Oh my God.
There, John's behind your back.
Are you serious? Yeah. Why? Why? I'm getting arrested. Why am I arrested? You have an investigation caught out in Brooklyn. Yep.
Oh shit. Manager got arrested too. That's actually fire.
His care of Frankie during Jason's incarceration was abysmal.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna find it, but I'm glad the manager got arrested. I hope Josh gets better, like actually. But yeah, that's his story. Holy shit. Good video.